your eyewitness weather forecast.
Hey, good evening to you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint. A nice looking sunset out there as the sky has cleared out as expected. We take a look live at the live eye downtown Utica right now. Look at that hue. Nice color in the sky. You know, as the sun sets, those longer wavelengths pass through the atmosphere and gives you this brilliant looking picture here. So we will go through this night with a partly cloudy sky. Temperature right now 32. The wind speeds will get lighter and low temperatures will end up near 20. So here's what to expect. Most of Friday is quiet. Not much going on other than increasing clouds. And then we're going to have some snow to contend with. Mainly light snow. South and west is where it will be the most notable in terms of accumulation. We'll show you that coming up. And just kind of a sneak peek. I think it's very manageable. Probably only traced to an inch or two here in the city of Utica. Again, heavier to the south. And then we've got to talk about the St. Patrick's Day Parade downtown Saturday. Looking a little better. It's going to be blustery, cold, some leftover snow flurries, and a temperature of 32. We are in the upper 20s and low 30s right now. As we take you a little bit wider, 31 Syracuse, 28 in Binghamton, 37 right now in Albany. So we've got the clear sky out there this evening, but off to the west, you could already see the beginnings of our next storm system and even more stormy, unsettled weather out across the western United States as these storms just continue to roll in. So let's bring you back home here with Futurecast. And you'll notice going through the overnight, partly cloudy sky, and then through the day on Friday, again, not much going on. Clouds are going to thicken up. And then as we get into the evening hours, notice how the snow kind of blossoms here. It will be most notable south, and you can see how it just kind of tapers to flurries overnight and into Saturday. Probably some flurries left over for the parade, blustery, chilly day. So here's what we're thinking preliminarily. Through Friday night, notice the city of Utica, Rome, probably a trace to maybe 2 inches, lighter amounts, almost nothing to the north, but you get down to the south across the southern valleys, that's where it's going to be a little bit more. So 2 to 4 over parts of Otsego County, and then across the far southern tier, that's where this storm is going to be the most impactful. So you get down towards Binghamton, that's where we could have 4 to 8 inches, and it makes sense because if you look at where the winter weather advisories are posted, nothing for us locally, but to the south and west, they are. And it looks like it's going to stay below normal in terms of temperature, really right through mid-month here. Weekend forecast for you, so a blustery parade day, some leftover flurries around, 38, turning partly sunny in the afternoon. Don't forget, spring forward, Saturday night into Sunday. We should see some sun on Sunday, right around 40-ish. Some light snow Monday, and then perhaps another impactful system Tuesday. We'll be keeping our eyes peeled on that one. Could be significant, but let's just take it one storm at a time.
Yeah, one storm at a time, and I'm sure our friends up in the north are pretty excited that the trend of this storm is heading south for once.
Yeah, if you have to go down to the southern tier, it's going to be a little problematic tomorrow night.
All right, well, thanks, Craig. Let's take a look at what's coming up on.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Let's go on central New York as we get you up to date with the forecast. Out the door first thing tomorrow morning, off to work and school. Have some filtered sunshine. Cold, though. Temperatures right around 20 degrees. Clouds are going to fill in through the course of the day, but most of the day will be quiet until we get to the evening, right around rush hour, especially south and west of Utica. We're going to be noticing the snow filling in, and it's mainly light snow. It will become steadier, though, areas to the south and west. And in terms of kind of a snapshot of accumulations, it's probably a trace to 1-2 inches for the Mohawk Valley and north, but 2 to 4 to the south as we get into late tomorrow. 26 right now. The sky is clear. As the look here at the radar, it's a clear sweep here across central New York, so good to go here tonight. It's just cold. Temperatures are in the 20s now, mid-20s here off to the west in Syracuse, Binghamton, at 25. Take you a little bit wider out, show you where our next storm system is, that guy right there, but also you got another one coming into the western part of the United States. That will continue. This is the one we're watching right here. That is what's going to be building in through the course of the day on Friday. We'll show you that now with Futurecast. So through the rest of the overnight, skies will be partly cloudy. Low temperatures will drop to near 20. And then maybe a little bit of filmy, filtered sunshine first thing in the morning. And then clouds come on in through the afternoon. And then here we go, 5:15, just south and west of the city. That's where the snow is going to be filling in. And you can see it kind of blossom over the region here through the overnight tomorrow. Again, there's going to be some accumulating snow. We'll show you where we think the highest amounts will be, and they will be off to the south. You know, as you get down towards south of Hamilton, southern Madison, down into Otsego County. Trace to 1 to 2 inches here in the valley, Herkimer, Ilion, Utica, Rome, and then less as you go off to the north. Where it will add up is down to the south. So right along the southern tier, near Binghamton, could have 4 to 8 inches of snow on the ground by tomorrow night. And if you look at the map here, this is where the winter weather advisories are, so it makes sense. You're up here, so we won't have to contend with anything super duper heavy in terms of snow. Kind of a nuisance snow by central New York standards. Have a look at your weekend. So parade could be a leftover snow shower, be blustery. Turning partly sunny for the afternoon. You turn the clocks ahead Saturday night before bed, so the sunset on Sunday at 7:03 and about 41. Light snow developing Monday, and then another storm system that is worth watching Tuesday. Could be some impactful snow and turning breezy and cold. Temperatures are only around 30. Leftover snow showers Wednesday, clearing out by Thursday. March is not giving it up just yet.
No, not yet. I know it's too early to talk about snow days, but I'm sure you've got many kiddos excited to hear a snowstorm to keep an eye on.
We'll see. I'm not in the business of predicting when schools close, though.
Sure, they've got their fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, thanks, Craig.
Yep.
When we come back, the winter season slowly coming to an end, or at least for sports it is. Brendan Miller talks basketball and hockey next. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
I'm meteorologist Craig Flint. Good evening, gang. It is a cold night out there with a clear sky and light winds. That's like a magic formula to allow the temperature to really drop, and we're seeing that happen as we take a look live at the iNet downtown Utica. So as we check things out, all quiet, calm, cold out there with that clear sky. 25 degrees now. And again, that wind is calm right now. So tonight we end up near 20 with some patchy clouds and a light wind. So here's what to expect. Most of Friday's quiet. Might even start out with a little filtered sun. And then clouds increase and snow will be developing late in the day, probably towards the evening rush hour. It's mainly light snow, but steadier snow will develop south and west of the Mohawk Valley. And in terms of accumulations by central New York standards, fairly manageable. Trace to 2, however, it will be a little steadier to the south and west. We got the parade to talk about Saturday. Looks better overall. Yeah, probably some leftover snow showers. It can be blustery and cold. So you want to dress warm. And a temperature around 32. That's a look live tonight at Doppler radar across central New York. Everyone quiet with a clear sky. Temperatures in the 20s right now, Clinton, over to Utica, Ilion, 20 right now into Waterville, and 25 in Rome. Statewide, near 30 at the Capitol, 29 in Buffalo, Binghamton checking in at 24. So we've got high pressure still in charge, but that high is going to start to slide its way to the east, and as we go west, that's where we see our next storm system. Look at the snow blossoming near Green Bay tonight. Some heavy snow across southern Wisconsin. This area low pressure going to dive south and east towards us. We're going to get nicked by this, and you'll see what I mean here on Futurecast. So through the course of the day Friday, not much going on. Clouds are going to increase, And then as we get towards late in the day, here comes the first vestiges of the snow breaking out south and west of Utica. And you can see it kind of blossom over top the area here tomorrow night. So it will be snowing tomorrow night. We'll get a little slippery. In terms of accumulation, though, again, very manageable amounts. Central New York, Mohawk Valley, north, traced to 2 inches. You get south, though, into Otsego County, southern Madison, Shenango, 2 to 4, with a ribbon of 4 to 8 down across the southern tier and Route 17 corridor. That's where the winter weather advisories are, which makes sense because that's where the heaviest of the snow will reside. It's going to stay cold right into mid-month. It's kind of a snapshot of temperatures. It's going to stay below normal for March. Quick snapshot of the weekend. Blustery for the parade. Some leftover scattered snow showers. Don't forget, spring forward with the clocks Saturday night into Sunday. So the sunset at 7:03 with a temperature of 41. Winter not giving it up, though. Next week, some light snow developing Monday. And then Tuesday could be an impactful storm with some snow. Blustery cold. Still a few days away, so we will keep our eyes peeled on that one, but could get messy again. And cold for March, low 30s, clearing out by Thursday.
That's right. It sure is cold out there.
It is cold, and it is an active weather pattern.
All right. Well, thanks, Craig.
Yep.
We're talking fire safety when we come back. Eyewitness News is back after this break.